Hello, my name is Keith Bartman with Pictodirect.com, and today we're going to show you how to maintain your directory with Picture Director for Windows, also referred to as PDFW. So we're going to talk about editing, changing and deleting your data, using groups so that you can break your directory's entries into different groups, change the display options, change the filter options, and change the sort options. So you can find more information about our company, Pictodirect.com, at picture-directory.com. We offer Picture Directory for Windows, which is what we're going to talk about today. You can buy it here or download it and try it before you buy. And it's a $59.95 purchase, and then there's an annual renewal fee to cover maintenance and free upgrades and that kind of stuff. Then we also have a service called Picture Directory Online, which is again an online directory service for creating or maintaining a directory that it's searchable. People can search it. You can create all sorts of different groups, and it's searched very well. Can handle very large databases, custom fields as well, and does a lot of really good things. But again, today we're talking about Picture Directory for Windows and how to maintain your data. So let's get started. So I have the application open here. This is the icon. You'll have that on your desktop when you install the application. And so first, add, change, and delete. There's three icons at the top: an add, a change, and a delete, and then three buttons down the bottom. So it's kind of more convenient having it in both places. So let's go ahead and add a record. Click add. Just enter your fields. You get the idea. And then over here you can add a picture. So let's go ahead and add a picture. I'll select one of these here. Click open, and it displays the picture. And this is just what the picture fits in the edit screen. It obviously changes size based on how you want to size it for printing it. And it's a link to where the file is stored. It doesn't actually store it in the database. So if you move the pictures, then it breaks that link. It's easy to fix it, but it does break that link, and just wanted to point that out. So I can click save, and it says it's saved, and I can now enter the next entry. So it clears it automatically after you've saved it, so you can enter another one. But in this case, we're just going to exit. Okay, and then after it exits, it takes you directly to that record. And to change it, just click change here or change here. Let's click change here, and let's change that to Pennsylvania and 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. And let's say I also want to assign that to a group. I have these groups here. I can add groups by clicking maintain groups, which brings up this dialog, and I just need to give it a title, demo, add, and then if I click OK, then that group appears in the list. To add this directory entry to a group, just click on the groups you want it to be in, and then let's save it. We can just click next. Let's click next, and it automatically saved it, and that's an option. Let's exit out of here. So there's an option up here that says tools, autosave directory entry changes. So instead of having to hit save each time and going to the next one, when you're in change mode, you can page through the directory entries and then edit the ones that you want. So if I click next here and go back to the previous, and if I change this to street and click next, it saves that. If I go back to the previous, there it is now that it's street. Okay, so let's exit out of here. Alright, so in that example we showed you how to add change. You can also delete. To delete one at a time, you just select it. You can hit the delete key or the delete button. So let's hit the delete key, and I don't want to delete it right now, so I'm just going to say no. So if you want to delete several of these, you just select them. They have to be grouped together to delete them. I don't think, yeah, we don't have the ability to click control and select like that. It'd be a good feature to add, but it's not currently there. So let's go ahead and delete one of them real quick. Delete, yes, and it's gone. Okay, that is add, changing, and deleting. Pretty simple. So using groups. So how do you use groups? We just showed you how to add a person to a group, and so if you want to remove a person from a group, just go back to their entry, uncheck it, and save it. Or if I click exit, I think it saves it too. Let's find out. Yep. Yeah, that's because we have that auto save on. So that's that. That's how to use groups. So next we're going to talk about the display options, the filtering, and the sort options. So when we get to filtering, we'll talk about why groups would be useful. So let's talk about display options first. So display options is all about what is displayed here. So if I come up here, there's an icon called Directory, Display, Sort, and Filter Options. And the three things that we're going to talk about that's in that agenda list, the bullet points after the add, change, delete, are all in one section. If I click on that, then it shows three different tabs: display fields, sort by fields, and filter criteria. So display fields is pretty simple, and so you'll notice here it says first name, last name, address 1, address 2, blah blah blah, etc., and that all matches what is in here. So if I wanted to, let's say, just remove birthday 1, let's say, I just click on that and say remove field, and it puts it back in the list over here, and it's gone over here. I click apply and OK, and now birthday 1 is gone from the list. Okay, so another display option, but is actually a different button, is change directory fonts. I didn't actually put that in the list, but this allows you to change what font is displayed here and the sizes. So just click that, select the font, and we'll just say this, click OK, and say OK, and there you go, it changes that. So let's go ahead and change that back, because for me that's a little hard to read. So okay. You can change the font size and all that kind of stuff as well. Alright, so what do we got next here? We got the filter options. Let's talk about the filter options. So again, that is also here. So there's a tab called Filter Criteria, and essentially this lets you decide what groups you want to display. So if you click to turn the filtering on and select what groups you want, let's say friends, and click OK, and now, boy, I don't have many friends. So yeah, so that just filtered the list to just that group. So let's go back and change that again. And you'll notice in the bottom here it says filtering is on, subset of records displayed. Click here to change. So let's go back and change that. Let's turn that off. Click OK, and it brings back the list with all the people in it. So why is that useful here? Well, it lets you see obviously who's in a group for maintaining the directory, but also for printing. So if I go back here and go back to filter criteria, and let's say that I just wanted to print those that were here or here or here, and notice there's a group selection type, an or an and. So this can be and or. So it would, in this case, it's going to select if it's demo or friends or leadership, display it. So if I click OK, and there you go. Didn't really change the list that much, but anyway, that's who's in those groups. So when you go to print, and in another video we talk about Page Designer, which the Page Designer is the tool that allows you to lay out your directory for printing, specifying where the picture goes, where the text goes, and how many columns and rows to display on a page, and that sort of stuff is you can see through here. So in this case, it's one column. This is considered a column, the name and the picture, and one and 4 rows. Okay. All right. So that would be useful if you want to print a section just for particular groups. Also, a neat feature is for printing labels. If you wanted to print just labels for those particular people in that group, you could select the label type, and we're just going to say return, let's just say shipping labels here. And these are all Avery style labels, so whatever is the correct option for that particular label, and it uses their specs exactly. So that is what that is there. So another neat feature. This was on initially. I don't know if you noticed or not, and that's because I had used it before. So let's just choose this one for example. If I select return address label and click this, then it's going to show whatever directory entry I highlighted on. In this case, you'll notice it's Daryl Monica, and it's going to print it over and over and over again to actually print return address labels, for example. And you can also put a logo next to that if you wanted to make it fancy. So that's how groups are useful. Okay, let's exit out of here. Alright, so we talked about groups, we talked about filtering, and we have not yet talked about sorting. So that is all that we have left to talk about. So let's go back and change this. Let's uncheck the filter and let's sort by fields. Okay, right now it's sorting by last name and first name. Let's say that we wanted to sort by city, and we don't want to sort by last name anymore or first name. So it's just add field takes the field from here, moves it over here. Remove field takes the field from here and puts it back here. And so in this case, this is now the field that we're going to sort on. So let's click OK. And so now you'll see that it's actually sorted by the city. Okay, that is all we have. I'd like to hear from you in the comments section. If you have questions, post them there. Or if you have praise or criticism, put it there as well. We thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.